It was good, dog. Today we're going to be talking about autism. And just so we're clear, this video is not meant to be taken too seriously. While listening to my inevitable ramblings throughout this video, you will easily be able to tell I am ranting and or talking about pretty much nothing. This week, Alyssa of Illymation has uploaded a video talking about her experiences with dating while being an individual on the autistic spectrum. I'm not making this video to further sabotage Alyssa and her career. I'm making this video because I feel like it. When I see something that gets me this passionate and this willing to publicly rant about it, I gotta channel that energy and use it to make an engaging commentary video for the week. I do not hate Alyssa as a person. This is not an Illymation says abortion is epic part 3. I think she makes great videos. In fact, you should go subscribe because why not? What I hate is when a YouTuber with a platform like Alyssa attempts to utilize said platform to spread a narrative that I feel like is not good for society. As these YouTubers put themselves on a political pedestal, they've opened themselves up to being criticized. Is Alyssa's latest video here about autistic dating driving a political agenda? In theory, no, not at all. There are some bits of the video, it's just like, you know, we're gonna get to that soon, just wait. But the point of what I'm getting at is just, I saw this video the day it was uploaded, some parts just rubbed me the wrong way, and so now I'm going to react to it and rant about it for a video. So to start out, I have been diagnosed to be on the autistic spectrum. This allows me to say the word retard, even though I think anyone should be able to say the word regardless. I'm able to get help from an assistant teacher at school because I have the worst reading comprehension imaginable, and I have been gifted with limitless creativity and talent that I use to make entertaining content on the internet. And I don't just make content on YouTube, because not very many people would consider my YouTube content to be entertaining, but in another realm, I make schizo posts on Twitter X, I share photos of my life on Instagram, I've made short form content for that same IG on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts, and by the way, short form content will make its return in January. And I've even dabbled my hand in weekly live streaming from 2020 to the beginning of 2023. So even though I am literally mentally retarded with my capability to read and communicate like a normal person most of the time, I've also been gifted with many talents that are further strengthened through my neurodivergent mind. Neurodivergent is a word made up by liberals to keep people from continuing to use the word autistic or retard. I hate saying the word neurodivergent because of how retarded it is and how retarded it sounds. Just say autistic or Down syndromeistic or something, I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of the basics of what you need to know going into watching my video here. I go on more of a tangent about this in one of my Professor's Lab podcast episodes. I haven't watched it in a while. It's probably not the best source of educating yourself about how autism works, but it's there if you have too much time in the day and are curious to see how badly I am at hosting a podcast. Okay, so enough about me. Let's actually react to Alyssa's video here. Let's just jump right into it. Let's not waste any more time. Here we go.
But as we waited for our food and talked about other southern dishes we missed, my mind couldn't help but wander to the autistic elephant in the room. Me. I was the autistic elephant. This guy seemed really sweet so far, but eventually I'd have to have the autism talk, and I would just have to hope he'd still see me the same, or deal with it if he didn't. So, took a deep breath, and I told him, just so you know, because I feel it's important to say, I'm autistic. I only recently talked with a therapist and found that out, but yeah, I can get overwhelmed easily over things that other people might find weird or stupid, and I need a recovery time, usually alone, to feel better after something like that happens. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there.
Oh yeah, I totally get what you mean. I'm autistic too.
Wait, you are?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so does that mean you're obsessed with trains?
No, but I am really into planes.
Me too!
Okay, here comes that bit where I mentioned that I was going to be ranting about nothing. And what I'm about to talk about is me talking about something because I feel like it. So despite what we know about autism already that I have explained at the beginning of this video, not everyone will already know that when you're on a bloody date with them, okay? So in conclusion, do not mention your bloody autism as a disclaimer as if it's the beginning of a bloody YouTube video when you're on a first date with someone. That is one of the most autistic things I've ever heard someone try to do, and they have done it. Oh my goodness. Now, despite my criticism of this, it did work out for Alyssa, and there were no issues, okay? This dude, he ended up being autistic as well, and so they had that connection. That's fine, okay? But with literally anyone else, okay, it is not going to be the same story. Because my issue with this whole tactic of having the disclaimer, oh, by the way, I'm autistic, it's putting your autism on this pedestal that it does not need to be on. Because as we know, autism is a spectrum. It means all kinds of things. So right after she states the fact, by the way, I'm autistic, she does a good thing by expanding on it, okay? I don't do well in social situations. I need a lot of alone time. You know what that kind of sounds like? Being bloody introverted. So instead of saying, oh, by the way, I'm autistic, you could have instead said, by the way, I'm extremely and cripplingly introverted. Because there's so many other things that go into autism, like the creativity thing that I mentioned earlier. And there's even the common scenario of someone born with autism is also born with excessive anxiety. So you can socialize and get used to people all you want, but at the end of the day, you're still going to have excessive anxiety over just about anything. I hope you get what I'm saying. I hope you're following this, okay? Your variant of autism, it may be so different from mine that you are just... everything I'm saying right now is just a completely different language, okay? Or you just don't understand English, which is fine too, you know. In conclusion, having the disclaimer that you're autistic is very, very bold, okay? It's like telling someone your zodiac sign. Oh, by the way, I'm a bloody Virgo. I am wired and spiritually destined to be a conservative. My symbolized motif is a bloody virgin. I'm smart, sophisticated, and kind. I get the job done without complaining. I'm an amazing friend, always there to lend a hand and also lend advice. I'm incredibly adept at big picture thinking. I plan out my life. I'm shy at first meeting. I don't spill secrets right away. You need to earn my trust. I will be your friend for life. Okay, that's a lie. Heck no. And if you think that I'm shy, just trust that those walls will fall down in the bedroom. Sucky, sucky, fricky, fricky. I specialize at connecting my physicality. I love and celebrate physical connection with a partner. Oh, heck no. Stay the frick away from me. I'm not trying to get AIDS. The best you're getting is a hug, okay? And a pat on the head, like a furry. But yeah, telling people that you're autistic, it's like telling them your zodiac sign, because okay, being autistic and having a zodiac sign, it means so many things. All right, one, zodiac signs are not real, okay? Two, giving people that kind of information about yourself that's so incredibly vague makes them so close-minded about who you really are as a person, because now they're going to assume how you really are. Your autism might not even be that extreme to where it's even going to affect the relationship. Your zodiac sign literally says nothing about who you really are as a person. And so if you're going to mention your autism or your zodiac sign, yes, go into the specifics. Alyssa, you did a good thing there. You kind of saved it at the end, but still, we don't need to normalize a first date conversation about autism. Because her finding a dude that is just as retarded as her, that would just be so rare. And it's a miracle that it even happened. I'm kind of jealous. Like, I'm not even going to cap with you, mate. That's all I got to say, so let's continue.
Well, I didn't know what the word was, but I would tell my mom that I felt like I was putting up a mask for everybody. I don't know. I could never feel like I could be my true self in front of like friends or in front of other people. And I felt like I would have been very off-putting to other people for being who I was.
Oh my gosh, it's literally me. I mentioned this in another podcast episode, but I talked about how like I show so many different personalities throughout social media and throughout different friends I have in my life. And he don't even gotta talk about it. I know that's an autistic trait because I'm like one of the only people I know for a fact that actually does this. I'm sure there's like other people that do it in my friend circle or something like that. But like me, I have so many Sigma male personalities within me. Sometimes I'm Ryan Gosling. Sometimes I'm Christian Bale. Sometimes I'm Thomas Shelby, Cillian Murphy in it. And then sometimes, very rarely though, I'm just Saul Goodman. And my real self is not very politically correct. And so when I meet a bloody liberal at school, I need to hide the fact that I would have loved to vote for Trump in 2016 and 2020. I gotta hide the fact that I think zodiac signs are stupid. And I gotta hide the fact that I don't think black people are actually oppressed. Because we gotta focus on, other traits. I am more than my politics, but I make it so large. It's a large portion of my personality nowadays. It's just like, you gotta fake some stuff. And so I focus on things of other people that are not their politics, okay? I mentioned this in another main channel video a long time ago. I don't remember what, but yeah. And I mask, quote-unquote, so much that, like, it's just second nature at this point. Like, I'm talking to someone, maybe someone I'm a little more close to, and I'm so open about them with whatever we're talking about. And then this other person comes by and like, hey, what's up, Professor Tiggs? How you doing? And it's like a liberal or something. And I just shift personalities. I'm like, what's up? What's good with you, fam? You catch that Democrat debate? It's pretty fire. I think I'm going to be voting for Biden again, It's very strange, and it's something I've only noticed recently. It's I switch without even knowing. until like later. Let us continue.
Why?
Autistic aw laugh.
You might find yourself constantly tiptoeing the line between just trying to interact like others expect you to, but not so much that people get the wrong idea.
I am so unself-aware, sometimes I don't even think about that. I pull up a certain personality and it is the most inappropriate personality possible, and I just don't even realize it until like 10 seconds later. Oh, wait a minute, this isn't the right personality. Where's Cillian Murphy? I gotta get him in here. Oh my goodness. That's another, like, bad trait of mine. I am the most unself-aware person I know. So having a bloody YouTube channel has really helped my self-awareness because I'm able to hear myself speak and I'm able to, you know, watch a video of me at 12 years old, you know, doing something physical and I'm, like, moving around or something. And I see how I act in real life and I'm like, wow, that is not me. But eventually I face facts in reality and I'm like, okay, I gotta change some things about me if that's how I look when I walk. Like, what?
It isn't today, meatwad. It's the first day of eternity. Because I just found out that I'm immortal.
And that's how I sound when I talk, huh? And so being a famous YouTuber has taught me how to do public speaking and talk to people a little bit more normally, or maybe even just be a little bit more animated, even if that's not the real me. But overall, it has ultimately helped me craft a personality that I can show to other people in real life. And so, you know, my middle school days are behind me and I can actually talk to people. That's crazy. But yeah, even after all that, there's a bunch of other things I am not self-aware about, and it is just a forever struggle because I can just not be self-aware. I need to actually have a camera looking at me all the time so then I can review the footage to see how my interactions go throughout the day, and then I can learn from it. But no, that's just not very reliable, and I just will never know how to truly act. I will never be self-aware, and it's just, you just gotta deal with it. You gotta live with it sometimes, and it's just...
A lot of autistic people exhibit masking behaviors. In order to avoid bullying or ostracization, autistic people will often mirror body language, hold very intense and deliberate eye contact, stim or fidget in ways that are less detectable, and speak less about themselves and their interests, and instead shift the focus to the person they're talking to. You know, make ourselves smaller so you don't notice our inherent quirks.
Okay, yeah, alright, there's... She's overgeneralizing autism because, like I said, autism means so many different things. Literally billions of different things, okay? Not every autistic person is gonna talk like that, and I'm sure she knows that. She just didn't really word this correctly. Well, at least I hope. Right, Alyssa? If you have a mild or severe impairment of social skills, then you might do that stuff. But then there are other people with a severe impairment of reading, like me, or impairment of, you know, math or critical thinking, and they will be like the most talkative person you'll ever meet. And so, you know, all I'm saying is that, you know, wording kind of matters here, because if you're going to put yourself on a new pedestal, autism pedestal, and you're going to be the guru for autistic people, then you gotta actually understand it a little bit better and know how to communicate about all of this stuff. You feel me? Because then you're going to get a bunch of autistic YouTubers that are going to react to this and rant about it for like no reason, and then upload it and feel like and you feel proud of themselves for uploading it because they thought it was the best idea ever. Actually, no, correction. Every YouTuber is autistic just in their own ways. But me, I'm an autism guru, okay? Unlike you, Alyssa, I'm more knowledgeable than you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can never do as much research as me as I put into this, and you will never have the liberal psychologist that I have. You will have your kind of liberal psychologists that don't even know what they're talking about. Psychiatrists, that's what they're called, not psychologists.
They'll often describe me as bubbly, silly, occasionally blunt, and unabashedly passionate.
Gay, intersexual love.
Ostracization or
Dark
bullying from their
chocolate
peers.
brown.
And so,
Stay
you're probably
edgy.
gonna go down that road. But hopefully, when you and
Here we
the
go.
other girls get older, you'll all realize
ready.
internalized misogyny is just a feature of white supremacist and patriarchal ideologies that hinder us from attaining self-actualization and true equality. But that's a topic for another video. My point here
Amugus sosi. I didn't notice that the first time I watched this, but anyway. I think the Barbie movie was such a good movie. Okay, it was pretty funny in it. I give it a 7 out of 10 because it's a solid movie. It's pretty funny, but you know, I think it could have, the story could have been done a little bit better. There was a good amount of jokes. The jokes carried it. If it wasn't for the jokes, it would be a 5 out of 10. But its message. It has a lot of messages, okay? There's the message, men are bad, women are very epic. And then there's another message that will contrast it, like, no, actually, men and women are equal. There's no patriarchy. What are you talking about? And then there's another, a third one, I don't remember what it was. But there's a lot of ideologies that are being, like, colliding. They're colliding throughout the whole movie. And it's a very clever movie because it virtue signals to everyone. Everyone that has ever had an opinion about men or women. They virtue to those people, okay? So this will empower the feminists. This will empower the misogynists. This will empower the people that think that everyone should be equal. But you know, they kind of double down at the end of the movie. They give all of the Kens oppressive roles, and the women have full power again, and Barbie Land continues to be run by lesbians and feminists that hate men, and yeah. So, in the end, it's not a very good movie because it's teaching all of these little baby girls that they're oppressed and, you know, white misogyny, whatever the frick Alyssa just said. But it's still pretty funny. Pretty entertaining, and yeah, but still, if she makes a video dissecting the Barbie movie and explaining why women are oppressed somehow, or like, you know, men are bad, and I will absolutely make a Illymation says abortion is epic part 3. If this is not it already, maybe it'll be a part 4. Maybe this is the abortion part 3. I have no idea. Because like I said, Alyssa's putting herself on a political pedestal now. This is just her lifestyle. This is her platform. And talking about feminism and misogyny and why women are oppressed and men are bad, that is just taking it next level. That is completely separate from abortion. This is going into unhinged territory. This is what living in California does to you. I'm telling you, bruh. But let's not linger on it too much. Let's finish this video.
Because things like friends and dating just seem so easy and natural for everyone, except
threw up in my mouth and swallowed it.
As I realized this was the first time I'd be dating someone where we were both autistic.
Wrong. Wrong. Every single person that you dated was autistic, just in their own ways. This is an autistic person that was diagnosed at a young age, and I don't know if she mentioned it, but maybe he got medications, he got help, stuff like that. Being autistic is a big part of his personality because of his impairments. While everyone else you've probably dated, they're autistic because of their other traits that, you know, nobody cares about because it's not affecting their school, is it? It's not affecting their social life. Or maybe it is, and it's just, you know, their first conclusion isn't autism, it's just the fact that they smoke too much weed. I don't know, it's California, you never know. But yeah, I'm just fact-checking, I'm being a nerd emoji because I feel like it. Because, you know, I'm just passionate about this stuff, you feel me? I'm channeling my energy to make an entertaining and insightful video, you know?
Now, obviously, driving in traffic is not very autism friendly. Honestly, not neurotypical friendly either. Traffic on the 5 is actually quite the hostile environment, but it wiped us out.
Yeah, I hate driving. Like, it is more difficult to focus on the road than it really needs to be for me. I don't know what it is. It's just so uncontrollably, like, stressful. And I'm not a dog poopy driver, okay? I'm a pretty good driver for my age, I think. Or maybe I'm sucking myself off a bit too much, but you know. Even though I have my license now and I've had it for multiple months, one of my friend's moms, she's aware of my autism and stuff, and so she's like, I don't want you driving with that boy because autistic people can't drive. Which is just very ableist, first of all. And second of all, has she seen my driving? No. You don't know how well I can drive. Just because I'm bloody retarded doesn't mean I can't drive, okay? But like I said, driving is more stressful than it should be. At least for me. And so maybe she's onto something, but still, you know, you can't just assume things, and I'm just very offended, okay? She don't know me, okay? We need to have a conversation. She needs to see what kind of autistic I am, okay? Because when she hears autistic, she thinks of her son, okay? Her son that I'm friends with. He's just as retarded as me, but out of the two, I can probably drive a little bit better if we both had our license, but he doesn't have his license because he's poor and can't have a car to drive or anything like that. I'm going off on a tangent and nobody cares. We're going to continue.
And we were first in line until a whole family cut in front of us.
Brown.
So we waited out. Growing up autistic, especially when everyone has an inkling but you, is difficult. It's strange, it's lonely, and oftentimes it feels like it's all your fault. But it isn't. Just because your experiences differ from others doesn't make you any less cool, any less likely to be happy, or any less lovable. You just have to find the right people who will accept you as you are, as you deserve to be. Thank you for watching my videos, and as always, stay safe.
Yep. At the end of the day, We need to find people that will be compatible with our character traits as autistic spastic retards. Well, that concludes it for today's video. I hope you were educated. I hope you learned something. I hope you were entertained. You know, any of those attributes of reasons why you watch YouTube videos. I hope it was one of those. There's a lot of stuff from Alyssa's video that I cut out, just like last time. You know, last time. So I highly recommend watching the whole video yourself or something. And when the podcast comes back on the second channel, maybe in January or something, I'll probably make a part 2 of that autism episode that I did on the podcast and stuff. That was really horrible. Or maybe I don't need to, because maybe I said everything that I needed to. I need to rewatch it. I'll make sure. I'll probably update you all in the top comment of this video here. If you want to have a conversation, a more personal interaction with me about this whole autism thing, then you could talk to me in my bloody Discord server. If you think I'm not as intelligent as I actually am in reality, then we can have an argument about it. Very epic. I think it would be very productive. Just please don't do it in the bloody comment sections of this video. Please, let's just keep it on Discord or something. Maybe this video will only get 20 views and I'm talking to literally no one right now. But still, sub to the second channel, follow the Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, and join the Discord server. Follow other social media. Bye bye.